Welcome, my darklings. For those just starting out in the scene, you have no idea how easy it has become and how fortunate you are to have the internet. Thankfully, I did have alternative parents who introduced me to a wide range of genres. However, I didn't have any peers in which to share my sense of fashion. It was all a bit of a minefield, really. I couldn't find goth makeup tutorials and had to hazard a guess with my makeup at the risk of looking like a clown. And my dress sense, whilst truly DIY, could be a bit hit and miss. So I thought it would be nice to share 15 points that I've learned along the way as a former baby bat. Number 1, always check your music thoroughly. Someone may hand you Bauhaus's Bela Lugosi's Dead and you decide you don't like Bela Lugosi. Well, have a rifle through some of their other albums and singles. You might find that you really just don't like the artist. However, you might find all their other music that's not so mainstream is really up your street. Or you might just find that you like one track out of everything. I, for one, thought I wouldn't like Gary Newman because the only song I knew of was Cars, which I really don't like. So many of his other tracks that didn't get radio play, I really enjoy. Number 2, don't confuse emo and goth. They are very distinct subcultures. While there may be some crossover with the love of black, angsty music, and getting in touch with one's more negative emotions, they do come from two very different places. Also, I do find goth looks great on any age, whereas a 60-year-old emo, I just think of it as a little strange. Tip 3, transition slowly. Perhaps you've been cogitating for a long time about becoming goth, but so as not to shock others and perhaps yourself, don't go all in overnight. For one, it will amass unwanted negative attention. Secondly, it will set you up to look like you are donning a costume rather than a lifestyle. And believe me, it will take decades to convince others that is not the case. Plunging in at the deep end also financially is unrealistic. Just gradually experiment with styling with charity shop finds. Try machine dyeing your clothes black, or slowly swap out colourful accessories for more macabre ones. There's also plenty of makeup tutorials for the corporate goth, where you can get tutorials for a slightly darker or more mystical makeup look, but it still be suitable for work or school. Number 4, check that the style of gothic fashion that you want to go into will suit your body. Obviously, body types and shapes are very different. I find that very chunky industrial jewellery does not suit me. I have petite features, and so more delicate, intricate jewellery suits me better. I'm not meaning to insinuate people of a certain size or frame can't wear certain clothes. What I am saying is don't knock your own confidence by wearing something really extreme that really doesn't suit your body or doesn't feel comfortable. Anyone can access goth, but if you hit the ground running, especially in a certain strain of goth that's really not for you, it might put you off exploring it altogether. Start with basic long sleeve tops and jeans. Perhaps you've only ever worn jeans. Maybe try a long maxi skirt, and then build up your style gradually, whether that's more extreme or flamboyant or intricate. There's also a lot of historical and archaic clothing that's not really common on your local high street. Things like corsets and extreme shoes. Again, go into this slowly and explore what silhouettes you want to attain, but also what fits you and makes you feel most comfortable. At the end of the day, you're a human being, not a mannequin. Don't try to fit the clothes. The clothes should always fit you. Number 5, ignore hecklers. You will get them. You might not even be dressed that extreme in your opinion. You will still get hecklers. I've even been told by an optician once that I couldn't wear a certain type of contact lens because I wore too much makeup. Perhaps if I didn't look like this, she might have treated me a bit more politely. Number 6, don't expect friends and family to understand, at least not immediate, especially if it's a big change and you've never hinted before that you are gothically inclined. However, there are plenty of communities on social media and forums where you can pick other people's brains when broaching the subject with normies, and it will help you feel less lonely on your individual journey exploring the subculture. Number 7, don't wear symbols if you don't know their meaning or origin. Do your research. If you see an ankh and you think it looks pretty, by all means wear it, but don't let yourself be caught off guard if someone asks what it is. Don't try and blag any knowledge. If you're answering to someone who is just as ignorant, you could be spreading misinformation, or you could really get in a muddle if the person asking you knows more than you. That would be really embarrassing. Number 8, dress according to your age and body type. If you don't want your parents banning you from all things goth or having lecherous men gazing at you in the street, maybe go for the slightly longer skirt. Number 9, don't try and do the crow makeup or corpse paint. You may be mistaken as a death or doom metal fan, or worse, that you're confused about what goth is. Number 10, while we're on the subject of makeup, don't forget your eyebrows when you do a full face of makeup. But gothic makeup isn't about looking realistic or natural. It's a very theatrical and bold look to explore, and features can easily get lost within all the bold colours and lines. It's easy to forget, especially when you're just starting out. If you're going to do a full face of trad makeup, go the full hog. Number 11, and I've touched on this already, but connect with the goth community. In this day and age, it's never been easier to. In fact, me and my partner set up a meetup group because we couldn't easily meet up with other groups. So we set one up that's close to home, and lo and behold, people have come and made new friends there. Number 12, watch plenty of tutorials. There's all sorts about makeup, home decor, fashion and styling. Better yet, you could support a gothic adjacent author and purchase their books. Aurelio Voltaire's got a few publications. There's also the Gothic Academy of Etiquette and Politeness, which I highly recommend for BABYBATS. Number 13, never ever believe that goth is determined or excluded by age, race, nationality, language, education, income, occupation, or religion. Even I recently have people DMing me saying that I'm a fake, that I'm a sham, that I'm too young to be goth, that I'm not mentally ill enough to be goth. And just like the hecklers, you have to ignore it and just stay true to yourself. This leads us nicely on to number 14. BABYBATS really are no less goth than anyone else in the scene. They've just had less flight practice. Finally, number 15, and I can't emphasize this enough, but be yourself. The whole point of the goth scene is to celebrate your individuality. So fitting in and being goth by wearing the right clothes or being the right age or the right mental illness is a bit counterintuitive to what the goth identity celebrates. As hard as it can be some days, don't give a rat's about what anyone else thinks. I hope all these tips are of help, and while some of them do take courage to put into practice, I will always support anyone who's new and wants to explore the scene. There's a whole community of us online, so feel free to comment down below with whether you are exploring goth, are a fully fledged BABYBAT, or perhaps you're an elder goth with children who want to follow in your footsteps. Whatever the case, I would love to hear about it in the comments. As well as gothic tips, I also share collections and shopping hauls, and whenever I can, I travel out to alternative places and events. If any of those subjects intrigue you, do consider subscribing. I also have a Patreon where I review books and films, and I sell artwork designed and illustrated by yours truly. Until next time, take care, my darklings. Bye bye.